Welcome back, everyone, to Phil's Recap and Review. My most shows that I'm looking forward to the most in 2017. Yeah, it's not a really big reason why I'm out here. I just needed an excuse. I needed an excuse to come out here and babble to you all, so I created one. No more fucking burying my head in the sand here. It's the top 5. But of course, I screwed up and didn't do a top 5. I did a top 10, but it's really about the top 5. The other ones were just extra ones I picked. So I'm here tonight to kind of just go through the list. It's probably going to be a little quicker than the normal kind of podcast because I'm just basically going to talk about the list and go through it. But I'm so fucking excited to be here tonight to talk about my most hyped and most excited for television shows in 2017. If anyone listened to the Favorite Moments podcast that we did a couple of weeks back, it might be a little familiar because there's going to be some usual suspect type shows that pop up on this list that some people know, but who gives a fuck? It's about time we talked about some of this stuff. But everybody, I'm Phil the Issues Guy. Welcome to the fucking show. I'm not alone, though. Throughout the evening, here and there, once in a while, occasionally, some people will pop in out of my side eye on the best, the motherfucking chat. That's right, The Walking David is in the live fucking chat. I haven't seen The Walking David in a while. Great to see you, buddy. And great to see all of our friends that will be popping in and out of this or maybe watching at a later date. So I'm going to go through my top 5, but kind of probably talk about 10 shows and talk about 10 things I'm really looking forward to in 2017 leading up for the rest of the year, like shows that are coming back. Some of them are new shows. Some of them are shows that haven't been around in a really long time. So we're going to get all up on in that, dig in, stick my finger in and spread it apart. But you can join the fun if you want. We have a voicemail line up that let me see if I can get that voicemail line up on the screen. I'm going to get into slow motion here for a second while I load this. So here we go. Where is it? Did you come up? Why didn't you come up, you fucking thing? Jump up. There it is. Phone number 781-990-8509. Again, that's 781-990-8509. Leave your voicemail. What are some shows that you're excited for? Or share it in the motherfucking chat or in the comment section after watching this video later. Also have a call-in number that may or may not work. I'm not sure about that, at 315-948-8237. So if anyone wants to get their thoughts in tonight, please call on in and get your thoughts on some of the shows you're looking forward to in 2017. If you want to make sure it gets in there, leave a voicemail if you're feeling brave. And I don't know how it's going to work. Feel free to give a call. Oh, fuck. We got Red Walrus is in there. We got The Real, GG The Real, who's here for the very first time in a live stream. It's a weird live stream to join for the first time because I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't have a plan. Do I look like the fucking kind of guy that has a plan? I mean, maybe I do. I have some lists, some shit on the screen that I want to talk about, but I didn't really prep this too much. And a lot of this is just going to be off the cuff, stupid bullshit. So welcome. So it's someone that's watching this somewhere is going, and the rest of your stuff is planned out? Oh, you fucking stupid motherfucker. No, I'm super pumped to get into this list and get into all these shows. Some of the things I'm going to talk about, some people might be like, that's crap. This isn't necessarily what I think is going to be the best television of 2017. It's just the things I'm looking forward to the most. And some of it is really, not the deepest kind of television in the world. So we're going to get all into this. Stick it in there, touch it, wiggle our fingers around. Rick Grimes is psyched for The Walking Dead. Omega says Better Call Saul, baby. And Red Walrus says Fargo. We got N-Dub. Phil, have you seen The Leftovers? I haven't had a chance to watch The Leftovers yet, or at least in full. It is definitely on my list. I recently lost access to HBO Go, so I need to get a new HBO account and kind of back into being able to dig into some of those HBO shows. But it is a show I'm interested in. I watched a little bit of one of the episodes, and I think it's something I could like if I watched more of it, but it wasn't something I felt like I needed to watch, like that I needed to watch week to week. Quixote, it's been so long since I caught you live. Hi, everyone in the live motherfucking chat. Great to see you, Quixote. Great to see you. We have Magicians is one of my favorite with Sylvia Love. I'm so fucking excited. I know I don't necessarily announce these. I meant to do this couple of nights ago, but shit came up. Life shit came up. I actually have to get up in the morning as well. So, but fuck it. Been too fucking long. Have to get out here and talk about some crap. And this is just not that I really believe in stupid shit like New Year's resolutions. I just believe in sometimes you got to like plan, do things you don't necessarily normally do. Sometimes I worry too much about what I'm going to come out here and talk about. I go, I have to have a topic. There needs to be a there needs to be a show or some bullshit. When really, I just want to come out here and be a silly fucker and get to talk to some of the best motherfucking people in the world in the live motherfucking chat. So here I am, creating an excuse to come out here. You're enabling my drinking. That's what's happening. That's what this podcast is all about. It shouldn't be called Top Television Moments for 2017. It should be called Enabling Phil's Alcohol. Speaking of one of the best people in the fucking world, Timo in the live motherfucking chat. Another stream, Iron Throne. It's continuing. I have to throw my hat into the fire. Oh, I am pumped. Okay. Fucking love getting to look into the live chat and seeing all you friendly fucking faces and friendly folks. So let's get into this. Let's not waste any time in this list or in this order thing. Okay, a couple things about this. This is a top 5 list. I'm going to do the top 5 list right away, kind of get into it and talk about the top 5. I'm going to do this reverse top 5, reverse cowgirl top 5. You know, I'm going to mount this top 5 and then turn around and get way into it. So I think I'm going to go from the top down. I'm going to talk about the thing I'm the most excited for first, and kind of trickle my way down to number 5, and then kind of talk about 6 through 10 that I have on this list as well. Okay, and but at any time during it, if anyone has any questions or comments about individual shows that I'm talking about, there's no, this is the section we're going to be talking about this. This is the section we're going to be talking. Fuck that. Fuck it. There's no rules. Fuck the rules. Oh, fuck. Timo, it was funny when I was thinking about coming out here tonight. I thought about coming out this afternoon, and then I said to myself, I have to make it the night. I can't fucking do that to Timo. She will kill me. She will literally hunt me down. I won't get to go in the main basement with all the Game of Thrones boys. I have to go in the water cooler basement, or in the cooler basement with the I was just going to reach really bad to the Goonies, to the ice cream closet that the guy that the Cape Sloth's ice cream. I don't even know where I was going with that. But the point is, I decided to make this a nighttime stream instead. Big part due to thinking about you. And the last stream I did was a daytime stream, so I want to try to alternate it a little bit. Awesome, DJ. I'm so happy to be able to keep you a little bit of company on the business trip in the hotel, and hopefully they had a decent hotel bar. Oh no, you probably have to work tomorrow. Great to see all of you people. And so let's, without any further fucking foreplay by me, let me put my tongue back in my mouth and get into this a little bit. Okay, the show that I'm most looking forward to, is there any doubt, even though I haven't got into it yet, spoilers and stuff, but the show number 1 on my list of the show I'm most excited for coming back in 2017. Yeah, they're making me work for it. Yeah, they're fluffing me without giving it to me, making me have to wait, not giving me a date. Everything this year seems to be pushed off a little bit with everything that went on with Vikings and stuff. Excuse me. For the people of us that are fans of Westworld, needs to be pushed off. Westworld will not be talked about tonight because it's 2018. It's Game of Thrones. How can it not be Game of Thrones? I am so fucking excited. Yeah, we are hungry, we're starving, and they're handing us crackers here. We only have, 14 episodes left, 15 episodes of Game of Thrones left, and theoretically, to a lot of people this season, big parts of this season, maybe the most spoiled season of Game of Thrones. All of that being said, everything, even the stuff I know and that might happen or might not happen, it's all bullshit stories and stuff. And be prepared for possible spoilers here. I'm going to try not to, but if you're in the chat and you're very conscious about spoilers, I'd escape now because I can't see, but it's coming. We all know. We've either read 1 or 2 of them, or we've been very good and avoided a lot of them. But I don't care if everything's true that we've been reading or it's everything's different. There's no show I'm looking forward to as much as seeing Game of Thrones return. I'm so excited for these final 2 seasons to ride this roller coaster. I know, unlike some, I enjoy the audiobooks, I enjoy the books, I enjoy getting deep with it, but I'm a television animal. That's where I come from. That's the foundation of my entertainment, more than movies, more than music, more than video games, more than anything. Television is my favorite medium. And Game of Thrones, for its faults, its positives, everything that goes on with it, it is one of the all-time greatest television series of all time. And right there with other shows that I put in that category, the discussion of what's number one is a different discussion, but it is in that conversation. It is in that handful that you want to shake up. And we're on the last 2 seasons of this shit. Let's end this strong. I don't care if everything's perfect, but I just want to be excited. I want to feel something, and I want them to continue at least the same quality that last season was and increase upon that in the big moments of this season. These moments that we may know what's going to happen. I don't care if I know what's going to happen if the execution is going to be good. So it's Game of Thrones, mainly because it's the greatest show on television right now. It's the second to last season, or you could think of this as all one big, long, extended season as I'm trying to think about it. Instead of thinking that we only have 7 episodes, I'm thinking, oh no, we have like 14 episodes. We have one giant season left that's just being separated by 6 fucking months or something. But it's Game of Thrones. It'll be Game of Thrones next year too. Fucking mother crack. It is what it is. Let's jump in the live. Fucking X-Men Live TV pilot announced it. Ooh, that's going to be fucking awesome. DJ said I did have 2 drinks in the lounge. It's spoilers. I've heard from good sources February 5th. Red, I believe every spoiler in call bullshit on most unless they have picks. Yeah, not true unless they have picks. Yes, I am a TV animal. Awesome, David. I will definitely check that out in a second. Hashtag side butthole. Preston, great to see you, and lots of love to Devin. I just want to be in Westeros world, so at one point I don't even care about spoilers, even though I'm not spoiled yet. Let me go share this. Thank you, David. I just got you just got a PS4 Pro this week? Awesome, Gary. That's fucking the balls. Did you get the VR with it as well, or are you intending on getting PlayStation VR? And how is the porn? I mean, really, when it comes down to it. Or with the VR to go to Westeros world. Hashtag side funnel for the win. Fucking A. I love all you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, we got DJ11, the awesome DJ11 in the live chat as well. We got Alan in the chat too. Lots of great friends. But number 1 on my list has to be Game of Thrones. There's just so much leading up to it. Seeing all the Stark reunions, basically that is number 1 on my list of excitement. Seeing Sansa and Arya interact again, seeing where Jon goes from here and how Jon deals with the weight of being King of the North and how he deals with things differently than Robb dealt with things. Seeing if Cersei can keep this up and how she's gonna get done. Seeing 2 fucking crazy motherfuckers go at each other with the Cersei Dany thing that might happen. Seeing if Euron becomes not useless on the show. Very curious to seeing how Littlefinger deals with this whole situation coming up. There's so many points, and that's just a few, let alone the whole White Walker thing and the Bran storyline, which was really exciting for me last season, and just everything else that's going to be coming in this next season. So it's hard not to pick that as my number 1. That being said, I'm talking all these positive shit. I'm still pissed off about the 7 episodes. I'm pissed off that it got pushed back. I'm pissed off that they're making me wait. But it's going to be good when it finally comes here. I want to touch it in my hands, and it's coming. It's coming one of these fucking days. So Game of Thrones is number 1. I'll be talking about it throughout the evening as things come up. And obviously doing some more podcasts directly around Game of Thrones. I'm still waiting for Joe to kind of get settled in on his move, but as soon as he does, we are going to do a spoiler podcast where we dig into all the potential spoilers for the season and have Joe poo-poo every one of them for whatever reason. So that is still coming. Joe has just been going through a ridiculous move, so he's a little MIA at the moment. But Game of Thrones will always be number one, as Timo said. It's tough. It's tough not to have my hype level be number one for that, because even just talking about it, I want to stand up and scream and go, ah! That's how excited Game of Thrones makes me. So, as I just woke up the neighborhood on that one. Well, I'm trying to do an unboxing video, still editing. I plan to get the VR sometime later, but I'm flat broke right now after getting that System's a beast. It's very, very understandable. I'm just want to live vicariously through you, but I will really attempt to stay away from spoilers for season 8, blew it for season 7. Red Walrus, I'm kind of the same. I've half got blown by the spoilers. I read half of a post where I started to read things and I go, this would be a lot better if I did this live on the air, but I read a couple of things. I don't know. This could be a different podcast, but I read some of the fates. I can't even talk about it. I can't even fucking talk about it because I don't want, because I know there are some people that have been protective of it right now, and I want to do a dedicated show just to that, to keep it out of it. But I've read a couple things. I haven't read everything. I know there's stuff that's like episode breakdown shit that I haven't really dug into yet. Here we go. Game of Thrones will always Game of Thrones, a series, may be the only finish we book readers ever get. How late is that book? How late is that book published yet? Says Critch. Can't wait to see him deck Theon. Oh, that's gonna be so fun, Charles. Holy shit. Andy Kaufman moment. Oh, fuck. The night is dark and full of spoilers. Dakota, just a few seconds ago, probably about, what is it, 10:30? Probably about 10 minutes ago. Just me babbling and jumping up and down like a moron. But granted, that's most of the show. Fucking, oh yeah, the bongo moment. The ooga baka tika tika boo tika baka tika ba. Zazabu! Jaja Binks! Misa deep doo-doo now, Phil. Game of Thrones has to be my number one since it tied my TV to the internet and occupies my subscriber list. Westworld is my most anticipated again. Ultimately with Game of Thrones too, it's a, I'll say it in the way of, in video game terms, it's a system seller. I have been fortunate to be able to use Joe's HBO Go for many years and sign in and watch Game of Thrones. I'm going to have to pony up and buy HBO Go or order HBO on television or something like that, even though we're kind of trying to like wind down our cable packages and shit like that. But I have to wind out my package. But it's a system seller. It's a show that I'm going to buy HBO Go, or I'm going to get HBO for a couple months just to watch Game of Thrones. It's the reason why they give you the first episode of the season free. They always do a free preview on that first week of Game of Thrones just to give you the shit. Hey, it's like that Scott Baio movie, Stone. The first one's free. Come on, take this joint, Scott Baio. I'm stoned. I have not seen the Netflix series The Travelers. Oh, we got lots of great friends. Oh, Broke Black Man is in the house right now. Great to see you, buddy. HBO Now isn't too expensive. Yeah, HBO Now is not too expensive. So it's well worth it, especially for all the HBO. This podcast is brought to you by HBO Go. Buy HBO Go today. But HBO Go is definitely buy HBO Go today and get a free hand job from one of the Muppets. Oh no, it's Sesame Street. From Snuffleupagus. You want to know what Snuffleupagus uses his snout, nose, trunk, dumbass. Don't you know what a fucking elephant calls their nose? It's called a fucking trunk, you dumbass. I'm sorry. You're fucking dumb. Yeah, I'm going crazy. This is what happens when I don't come out here or not. Come out here enough. A not. This is what happens when I don't come out here or not. Enough. You fuck. Stop, guys. Phil, you're making me want to stay. I'm sorry, Broke Black Man. I'll be boring here. Okay, guys. Now, the next. I'm so excited about the Game of Thrones. I can't wait to see what new place is added to the intro. It's going to be so exciting. I'm so excited. I'm pinching my left testicle and my left nipple at the same time. Yes. Oh, yes. Fuck yes. Get the 1 month free trial, pay for 1 month to watch the show. Now, folks, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bob Asshole from WASBC, WASS News. WASS News does not condone the words of Bob Asshole. Hi, kids. I'm Bob Asshole. What are you talking about, Bob? You're fucking shit sicko. This much. I see Spots is in the live chat right now. So let's go over before we go any further. Let's jump into the voicemails. Oh shit! Fuck you. No, what? There's people pushing buttons. Stop pushing buttons. Stop doing it. Okay, see what that sound right there was? The phone line not working anymore. Not the voicemail line. Voicemail line is still open at 781-990-8509, but the call-in number had a schizoid embolism. It got to the chopper. Get to the chopper now. But here we go. This is a message from our good friend of the show, The Walking David, and maybe some other guests as well.
Phil, it's The Walking David. How's it going, buddy?
I love you.
I hope your 2017's off to a great start.
Oh.
I just couldn't see you do another live stream and not leave you a message. You know how that goes. Also, Rick is here. He wanted to talk to you for a second because, you know, The Walking Dead's coming up. He has a big stim, so I'm just going to hand him the phone, and I'm just going to let you guys talk, okay? So
okay. Get Rick Grimes on the fucking phone here.
Hey, Rick.
Rick, what the fuck's up, dude? Is your show going to be better this year? Is your show going to be better this half a season?
Okay.
You can have some balls, guy.
Phil, I hope you're there.
I'm here, Rick. I'm here, buddy.
I don't even know if you can hear me.
I can hear you, dude. I can fucking hear you. I can hear you.
I want you to know that this second half of the season, we're going to take Negan down.
Take the balls.
All of us. Because we have to come for them before they come for us. It's just that simple. I want to make it happen. And I hope you're there with me.
I'm going to be there with you, Rick.
The whole way.
You're going to be there with me too, buddy.
We got to do this together. All right, well, I'll man the phone back, but you have a good show. Okay?
Good. You're such a good guy, Rick Grimes.
This is Rick Grimes signing off.
Oh, what a good guy that Rick Grimes is. David, give the phone back to David though.
Well, hopefully you got what you needed from him. But like I said, have a good stream, buddy. And I'll see you when The Walking Dead comes back on in a couple weeks, all right? All right. Peace, brother. Bye.
Oh, yes. I got what I needed. I touched him in inappropriate parts of his body. I got exactly what he needs. Ooh, someone though, we got dirty issues. We got the Bro Hawk man in the live chat right now saying Flash better be on this damn fucking list, you asshole. New Flash episode tonight. I didn't get a chance to watch it. But the Flash did return tonight, and who knows? I will say that there are some superhero shows on this list. There are 2 superhero shows on the whole top 10 list. Some could say 3 if you count my number 2. If you count the next show, I'm going to talk about number 2 on my list. We got Taka in the live fucking chat, Iron Thrones in the live chat, people helping out with HBO Go or HBO get how to trick the system when Game of Thrones season comes around to be able to almost get it for free or get 2 months for the price of 1 because they usually give you the 30 free days of it makes so much sense to always be a new customer if you can. Because they're always giving you extra free shit as a new customer that they don't care. You're already a customer. Cable companies are the worst of this, where for new customers, they're like, we'll give you our firstborn child, a sample of our semen, and $49.99 for 2 years. How do you like that? And then for the new customer, you're like, could I get like a new box because mine's broke? Fuck you, $50. No cable for you. They turned into the soup Nazi. No cable for you. Fucking bastards. Heath Hinton in the live chat, one of my favorite good friends. Great to see so many awesome names. DJ11, Timo, Heath Hinton, Red Walrus, Walking David's in here tonight. So many good friends in the live motherfucking chat. So okay. So by all means, as I said, this isn't a static kind of thing where now moving on to number 2. No more talking about Game of Thrones, but let's get to the number 2 on my list that if people know, a lot of people could probably, again, guess what this one is going to be, but let's get into this this one right now as I'm trying to click music. Fucking play some music, you piece of shit. Sorry, Phil. Number 2 is gotta be, and I almost want to make this number 1, and I might be overhyping this a little bit too much for myself this season, but I don't care. I don't care. The preview that they gave us, the little Polos commercial that they gave us with just basically not giving a fuck. They're like, and this is Vince Gilligan at his best. Number 2 is Better Call Saul. This is Vince Gilligan at his best. Him and Peter Gould were super surprised. If you ever listen to the Better Call Saul Insiders podcast, they were completely surprised that the fans got that they did the thing with the episode titles, Gus is back or whatever it was with the episode titles. So they were like, what are we going to do about this? So instead of trying to keep it all a mystery anymore, they basically just put Gus Fring in the preview, in the trailer, the teaser for the new season of Better Call Saul. It's all about him. It's like a Polos commercial. It is the fucking funniest shit I've seen in a while, or just getting me so excited for what I'm going to see in season 3 of Better Call Saul. The stakes keep getting risen. I talked a lot about Better Call Saul and what I like about it. It's real. It's relationship kind of stuff that I can relate to on a personal level because of the human interaction stuff. And then it has that other element, the Breaking Bad universe of it all. And so many good avenues that they can go with the Mike episodes, and now including Gus into the mix too. And I've heard rumors that Hank might show up this season as well. And before Better Call Saul goes off, at least Jesse and probably Walt are going to make an appearance at some point as well too. I said it before, I'll say it again. Better Call Saul, movie or television show, is the best prequel ever made. It is exactly what a prequel should do. Create its own identity while showing deference to the source material without pandering to the source material's audience. People that like Breaking Bad aren't going to necessarily like Better Call Saul, but you're going to know, but the people that do like both get a special extra feel to it all because it's all done so well. And that's why if they just copy-copped Breaking Bad fucking clone type show, or made this too different, too slapstick comedy like it originally was going to be, a half-an-hour comedy series, it wouldn't have worked. Or you could, and I was going to say the best sequel to a television show as well either, or spin-off. Some could also, the other one that people argue all the time, and I agree with it, I'd have trouble making this distinction, but it's Frasier. If you like Frasier better than Cheers. But ultimately, Better Call Saul is just a fun fucking show. Bob Odenkirk's one of my favorite guys, comedy-wise, and it's really awesome to get to see him stretch his acting chops. Michael McKean from Spinal Tap since I was a kid. The last season ended off at such a high point, and it's at such an exciting level of the show. I just can't wait to see what the third act of this amazing tale is going to be, and how Vince is going to ultimately create this whole entire masterpiece. It's not a matter of if this show is going to end awesome. It's a matter of how, because in Vince I trust. If there's any television creator out there that I'm a fanboy for, that's like, oh, this guy can't do any wrong, it's Vince Gilligan. And fuck yeah. You want to fuck my dog, Vince? You can fuck Lotus. That's how much I love you, buddy. Preston says, I like Better Call Saul, but it's forgettable. Very, very fair. Very fair. It's very mundane at times. It's part of maybe what I like about it is that mundaneness. Everyone has their slow thing that they like watching. I could watch Better Call Saul a whole season, 2 things will happen or something like that. I guess it just really connects with me personally. So, how we go? Fucking Better Call Saul is so sick, says Eli. Better Call Saul is awesome, says Heath Hinton. Damn it, House of Cards better be on this fucking list. Holy shit. House of Cards is fucking awesome. House of Cards. House of Cards is number 11 on the list. Didn't quite crack the top 10, but I'm very excited about House of Cards. I was very excited about last season of it, but I'm always apprehensive about that show just because I didn't really like the second season. So I feel like that show and Orange is the New Black, I feel is too inconsistent to be super excited for it. House of Cards, when it's great, it's fucking great. And when I'm watching it, it's the best show in the world. But it's not something I think about when it's not on, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's fucking on there too. I'm looking at my list. That's actually number 9 on my list. That's number 9. So yes, it did make the list. So we'll get down to that in a second. LT in the live chat, sir. LT, guys, one of the been said before, I'll say it again, one of the nicest, awesomest dudes out there. So LT, we love you. Lots of good vibes to you, LT. So I say that about a lot. Next person I'm gonna say, well, here we go. Taka in the live chat, one of the worst people you'll ever meet. Such a piece of shit. No, I'm kidding. Taka is one of the greatest people out there too. One of my best friends out there in the live fucking chat. But Better Call Saul is just an awesome series that, even in its mundaneness, which I do accept that. I know some people that are big Breaking Bad fans. I did a podcast. I talk about this a lot, but when I first started this channel, the first thing we talked about on the channel was the final season or the final half of season of Breaking Bad. Talked about it with my cousin Gotti, who huge Breaking Bad fans. Probably watched Breaking Bad more than I have. Incredible Breaking Bad fan. And he can't get into Better Call Saul. He goes, I appreciate it for a show, but it bores me. I can't watch it. And he's not someone that doesn't like slow stuff. He's a fan of stuff that he's not an action guy. He's not. And Breaking Bad is a slow show at times as well. I don't know. Some things just click with people. Some things don't. Hype can ruin things. Imagining what you expect something to be, and then what it ends up being can kind of ruin someone's perspective of it. And I think he expected Better Call Saul to be something very different. He expected to be more of a comedy. And going into it, he's like, I just can't connect with this. It's all right. It's meh. It's not bad, but. Let's scroll down in the live motherfucking chat. Shame, Phil. What shame? Phil says you can poke my butt. So happy, Phil. Would you be if Vince was a showrunner for Game of Thrones prequel spinoff? I've said, Timo, that would be a wet dream come true. I will say that no, because he worked on the X-Files. I was gonna say he's never done anything. Like, I wonder if he could work with that kind of source material. But I would love to see him try. Lotus's life. Yeah, shame, Phil, for giving up Lotus. I wasn't sure what the shame was because it's been a while, Eli. Shame for giving Vince Lotus. Oh, I love you, Dirty. I love you. You're a dirty buddy. Timo, I am great. And me and Phil did a segment on my radio show about sports movies. Yes, we did. Heath Hinton was awesome enough to have me on his radio show to talk about the top 5 favorite sports movies. It was really a lot of fun. And Heath Hinton is another one of the great motherfuckers out there in the live motherfucking chat. Damn, me too, Eli. I love that fucking show. I wish it was Thursday. I'm jonesing for some Vikings. Me too. Rumor has it. Was I just gonna do a rumor has it? I was gonna go, rumor has it that Vikings might be somewhere on this list. I just think that Better Call Saul is just such a tightly woven program, and it touches, and I say this a lot in the Better Call Saul podcast, it touches me in all the right television places. Touches me all over. It has me almost doing it's going to be marvelous. We're 2 more episodes of Vikings. It's going to be amazing. Oh, Red Walrus. Red Walrus. Red Walrus wins the Silly Whistle Award of the night because he has predicted what number 3 on my list is. And we're not going to talk a lot about this one because there's not much known, and I haven't looked too much into it other than to know that Sasha from The Walking Dead is a main character in the show, I believe. But number 3 on my list is in fact Star Trek Discovery. I am a Star Trek ridiculousity fan, specifically Deep Space Nine and Star Trek The Next Generation in the original cast. I'm not a huge fan of Voyager or Enterprise when it really comes down to it, but and even more focused on Deep Space Nine because I like long form storytelling. I think Deep Space Nine was one of the first shows in this, the lead into this television era that we're into now, even if it doesn't get all the credit that some other shows do for it. Long form storytelling. And I love Star Trek, and I'm hoping that Star Trek Discovery is going to take the same style. So this is on this list at number 3, not because I'm convinced it's going to be great, because I'm anticipating it. Star Trek is a television series. People could say, oh, the movies, reboot, blah, blah, blah. There's been a lot of Star Trek movies. There has, but in a lot of ways, minus Wrath of Khan, Star Trek 6, and maybe First Contact, they all kind of suck. Or they're fun, but Star Trek isn't meant for that. I don't think as my kind of the way I'm a Star Trek fan, the movies are almost, you can almost look at them in some ways as an alternate universe as the television series. And the television series are a nice, neatly woven kind of thing. And Star Trek is a television medium. It's the movies are just, I'm like, yeah, okay. Wrath of Khan's good. It gets quoted a lot. It's a good movie. People are like, yeah, fuck you. You're not a real Star Trek fan. You don't like Wrath. I do like Wrath of Khan. I like Star Trek 6. I like it. Mea culpa. I like it. I even like parts of Star Trek 5 where they're in the campsite. It's horrible. I get it. I can get way into the fucking Star Trek, and I'm going to be doing a lot more Trek on this channel, maybe to the bemusement of some or the excitement of others. But this year, I'm going to try to do a lot more Star Trek on the channel, and especially with Discovery coming. But I'm dubious at best about this. I don't like how CBS is making you pay for the all access shit to get it. I think that's fucking some evil drug dealer shit going on there too. Where we'll give you the first episode for free, but you don't want the rest, you hungry Trekkies. But Star Trek should be a television show. So I think in these 10 episode bursts, something, if you have a cool story arc or something like that, it's going to be more beneficial to feeling like what Star Trek is to that core audience base that might have been off put by some of the movies, whether the good parts and the bad parts of some of the newer movies. I just don't like seeing other people play characters that are iconic. It just takes me out of it, even if they're good at playing those characters. So I can't wait to see new adventures. I wish it was set in the future, but instead it's set into a middle period. But we're going to get all into this, and Star Trek Discovery will, in fact, be covered on the channel. So yeah, Star Trek Discovery is on this list. So let's scroll up into the live. Number 3, Star Trek fucking Discovery. I have my eyebrows raised a lot watching Young Pope. I haven't got a chance to watch Young Pope a lot. Love Deep Space Nine and Babylon 5, says Red Walls. Babylon 5 is Joe Dirty Locks's. I might be speaking out of turn here, but I'm pretty sure he would say it's his favorite television series of all time. So it's very interesting that Joe's is that, and Deep Space Nine is in my conversation for me. I've heard mixed opinions on Taboo. I've heard decent things about Taboo too. I haven't heard much, but a couple of people have told me I should check that out. Yes, Star Trek is awesome. Discovery is actually between Enterprise and the original series. I think you're right, Heath, about that. I'm not positive about it because I haven't done a lot of research. I kind of want to go into it as naked as possible. Yeah, I do. But I want to kind of jump in and see what it's all about without doing too much research in it. But I'm pretty sure that's the time period it's set in. Star Wars needs a live action series on Netflix. It's needed a live action series for a while. I thought there was going to be one forever, and I do think that would be beneficial to the series. That being said, I think the animation has done a really good job at extending the universe. And in that period of time where the prequel movies was a sort of dark time for some Star Wars fans, I think some of those television series, the Clone Wars stuff, the original one specifically, those shorts, and some of the other stuff really helped Rebels and stuff, really helped kind of keep Star Wars alive in a cool way, in the way that the movies just could never do. And even when Lucas couldn't write good stuff, at least he approved other creative people doing cool stuff with his property, like Knights of the Old Republic or like some of the cartoon series. So DJ, it was awesome seeing you. Glad to keep you a little company in your hotel room on your business trip. Great to see you. Okay, so yes, Clone Wars really good. Rebels I haven't watched enough, but a lot of people that I have very strong respect for their Star Wars fandom really like Rebels. So that is something I want to check out at some point. But I bought the Clone Wars DVD at the time that had all the shorts and stuff. My favorite one was with Mace when he like takes out this whole army of droids. It's just some really amazing visuals. Okay, so here the Battle of Wessex look like the Battle of Bastardesque for me. And here we go to number 4 on my list. Number 4 on my list that I'm most excited for in 2017. This is something that I'm pumped for because these series of shows are been one of the things that have most surprised me in television in recent years. I was dubious about the whole Netflix series. Then we started to get some really good shows. We got, House of Cards when it was really good. Orange is the New Black, even when it first started. Like that first season was legitimately really funny. Other shows came in. Lilyhammers was pretty good at times too. But all of a sudden, through all of that, came a little show called Daredevil, which changed things for me because Daredevil is a show, especially that first season, and the second season as well, but I think that first season, it just shocked me. It changed my perspective of what's possible from a superhero television show. Then continuing into Jessica Jones, that completely blindsided me, a character I knew dick shit about. And I was just floored by that series. That I might have even, it's hard for me. There are days where I like Jessica Jones better than Daredevil that season, mainly because of David Tennant. I think David Tennant steals the show of that season in a lot of ways, and it's David Tennant probably the best thing he's ever done in his entire life. Fuck you, Dr. Who fan. The best thing David Tennant's ever done, or my favorite thing he's ever done, and he just kills it. Then we get Daredevil season 2, Luke Cage, both really good seasons, maybe not on the level of those first other 2 seasons, but Daredevil season 2 and Luke Cage are both very, very fucking good. So number 4 on my list is now we got to get these motherfuckers all together in one fucking place because that's what they do. And I mean, this is set up. This has been set up from the beginning. We've seen the crossovers with Rosario Dawson's character and a couple of other crossovers we've had. I knew a lot of people knew this was coming. So Sigourney Weaver is the fucking villain. And it's happening. Number 4 is the fucking Defenders. Holy shit, I am so excited for this series. I cannot wait to see how some of these characters interact with each other. Specifically, I can't wait to see how Jessica Jones and Matt Murdock interact. They're not going to get along very well at all. Fucking at all. This is going to be an awesome fucking series. I'm going to jump the gun and say this is going to be amazing. And then John Barenthal, Punisher's going to probably show up in it too. Fuck. As much as I do, lots of love to Flash fans and the CW world. I appreciate it. I especially like The Flash. I think The Flash is awesome. Arrow has good episodes and good arcs. Legends is a fucking joke, but fun to watch sometimes. Supergirl is dog shit. But these series just have nothing on these Netflix series. But what is awesome about the CW stuff is those episodes when they all combine. I love those crossover episodes. Not as much as some of the storylines when we get into them, but they're a lot of fun. I think this is going to be really excellent. I think the creative teams behind this isn't going to make this just a buddy-buddy, let's all work together thing. This is going to be deep. This is going to be good. And this is going to be warranted. And it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait for it. And number 4 is the fucking Defenders. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. A bunch of characters I didn't give 2 dog shits about, minus Daredevil in those old 80s live action television shows with the Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man. But I cannot fucking wait for this series. It's going to be amazing. Kingpin's going to be in it. I'm just hoping for a lot of fucking Wilson Fisk again. Fuck. It is going to be incredible. Number 4, Defenders. Me too, DJ. Luke Cage let me down. Me too, DJ. I was pumped for Luke Cage, says Timo. David Tennant is overrated, but his Hamlet was good, says Cheekiest. This last half was especially a bust. Dirty Issues agrees on Fargo, but Phil is yet to watch season 2 of Fargo, worst finale, which final list, worst finale, list Luke Cage. Fargo season 1 is great. Watch your tongue, cheeky. I want a live action Teen Titans. Yes, we need a worst finales list. Great idea. That's a good another show to do. I think that will probably be something that I'll do right after Game of Thrones. And no, that's a long time away. But I want to do it like right after another show ends. But I guess I could do it up till now and then do a makeup list, because I'm already thinking about, I have like 2 or 3 in my mind. Number 1's The Sopranos. I'm ruining the list. I'm ruining the list right the fuck now, because number 1 on my list is The Sopranos with a bullet. There's nothing that could beat that. How I Met Your Mother's number 2. And I don't know what's going to trickle down after that. There's some other ones that I can pop in there right now, but those are that's number 1 and number 2. Okay, locked in. Spoiler alert when I do that podcast. Number 1 and number 2. Sopranos, no fucking question. How I Met Your Mother, number 2. Bam, bam. Fuck me in both holes. If anyone's ever had this, they'll know what I mean. If not, block your ears if you're sensitive to disgusting shit. It's like the finale of The Sopranos to me when I watch it, it's like getting a penis culture. If anyone's ever had a penis culture, that's what I mean with fuck you in both holes. Like literally... right in, and it's exactly what you think it is. It sucks, and it's like watching the Sopranos finale. St. Elsewhere is pretty horrible too. I agree. St. Elsewhere is pretty horrible too. Where that's done well, if anyone wants to see a situation where that's done well, Newhart was done really well. They try a similar thing to that, but it actually works. But on a show like St. Elsewhere, my favorite episode of that is the Howie Mandel one when he dies and he goes to the 3 levels of the afterlife. The whole last season of True Blood. I've taken penis cultures. Does that count as Timo? Timo's now bite on this. Here, put this in your mouth. Bite on this. Timo, we're not talking about what you do in your personal life, okay? No, I'm kidding. Timo in the medical field is a... fuck. So, MASH did have a great ending. I thought Cheers had a great ending. I think I'd probably do it as a combination podcast. Top best endings, worst endings of television series kind of show, where I talk about like a good ending and then talk about a bad ending, kind of paralleling them back and forth. But that could be a lot of fun. But I thought Cheers had a good ending. I'm trying to think what other shows had shit endings. I thought The Wonder Years kind of had a shit ending. If people that were into The Wonder Years, how they sort of cut things off and some of the ways that things happened. I think a lot of times sitcoms that get, but then do we include shit like My So-Called Life, for anyone that's ever watched that, shows that were canceled and they weren't allowed to finish their story arcs. Freaks and Geeks, shit like that had really shitty finales because they weren't allowed to actually finish the series. Seinfeld, a lot of people really hate that Seinfeld finale. Why we don't talk about Taxi and Married with Children. I smoke too much weirwood, says Eli. I'm confused on what we're even talking about here. How I Met Your Mother, right, Phil? Puff, puff, pass. Well, I was talking about number 4s and The Defenders, and somehow I got to a series ending like shit. But number 4 is The Defenders. Let's get to number 5 on my list, and this was my top 5. I am going to be talking about a 6 through 10 after the fact, but number 5 on my list, this is one that might be horrible. It might be horrible, but I'm really excited about it, mainly because of CW programs. I'm excited about this because of what has been kept alive with The Flash and with Legends of Tomorrow. And the fact that this series, when it was good, was very, very good. And it ended up really shitty. If a show was really good once and then became shitty, can it go away and come back and be good again? It didn't work for Heroes. I doubt it's going to work for 24, but I am very excited and mildly hopeful that we're going to get a very good season or a decent enough season, or at least entertaining and eating up scenery and cheesy to the point of amazing season of number 5 on my list that I'm excited for is Prison Break. I like Prison Break. I fucking loved it. I love Kepler, whatever his name is, the guy that played T-Bag on that show. I love Michael Schofield and Link, and I love those 2 guys on Legends of Tomorrow. I think they're fucking they know the right level of cheese, and I think Prison Break, when it was good, had a very tight arc with with some fun visual aspects. I think now it could possibly be a decent show coming back if it doesn't take itself too seriously and they have fun with it. So this is one's partially morbid curiosity, partially the fact that I was one of those series I kind of watched to the end, even the shitty television movie that ended it. And even though Michael Scofield's dead and somehow he's going to come back to life, I don't even fucking know how they're fucking pulling this bullshit off. And I don't really even care because this show's fucking ridiculous. It's a show that you get to hate Laurie from The Walking Dead all over again because she's even stupider in this one. Dr. Tancredi, Bullock, all the great ones. I don't know. I loved this. Was a guilty pleasure kind of show for me, even towards the end. I liked, and the one sad point about this Prison Break coming back is I think one of the things that kept me liking Prison Break even through the shitty years was William Fincher, whatever his name is, Fincher. He did some of the best acting I've ever seen in his life on that show from him. Like he just he was excellent on that show, and he's going to be missed from the reboot of it, but he's too important now. You know, he's actually doing shit. He can't go back for a shitty Prison Break remake. So that's number 5 on my list. Fucking Prison Break. I'm excited for it. It's shitty. It's good. Red Wallace says, "Oh, I forgot about Prison Break. Makes my list." I think Teabag would have been a good Vargo Hote in Game of Thrones. I agree with that. He's one of those guys. I wish he got more work because I think he's an incredibly talented actor, and when they were recasting, not that I condone reboots, but when I heard if they were going to do a remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, I think he should have played Freddy Krueger too. He just has that look about him that he looks enough like England that the makeup could have looked very similar. I don't know. Wentworth Miller is my man crush's Dirty Issues. Wentworth Miller is fucking Michael Scofield. He's one of those guys similar to Tom Hiddleston in the Loki role and stuff. Michael Scofield, Wentworth Miller can overact like no one's business, especially in Cold. In the way he enunciates things, it's almost on the level of Shatner at times, and he does it so, pun intended, so cool. Freeze, like he pulls off those freeze one-liners in ways that Arnold Schwarzenegger could only dream about. Even though I'll be watching Prison Break, I'll miss Sucre in my. Even though I will be watching Prison Break, I miss Sucre and Michael. Sucre, I love Sucre too, and Sucre was Stephanie had eyes for Sucre. she liked that Sucre. The nicest guy in the prison system. So that's my top 5. I pretty much stand by. Game of Thrones number 1, Better Call Saul number 2, Star Trek Discovery number 3, Defenders number 4, and number 5 on that list is Prison Break. Excuse me while we take a quick commercial break.
Don't have to worry, get your shit, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you might have noticed that The Walking Dead is not on this list. That doesn't mean you shouldn't watch out for your shit, buddy. Sorry. Tonight. Yeah, The Walking Dead did not make this top list right now. I'm excited for The Walking Dead back half of the season. I am. I think it's going to be a lot better. But The Walking Dead just didn't excite me by the end. It became more of a chore to watch it week to week, and I've lost a lot of the excitement of it. I need The Walking Dead to end this season and then have I need to want it again. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, and I feel like with Fear being around and Walking Dead being a little bit too exploited, I feel like I'm just a little bit burnt out on it. It's probably my problem more than the show's problem. So The Walking Dead did not make this top 5 list, but I am still relatively excited for The Walking Dead to return in the back half of the season. So here we go. Let me scroll down. Oh, fuck Walking Dead. Where's Viking? No, Walking Dead is not there. Fuck. No, Eli. Fuck no. Number 6. Wait, no, change. No. Let me try this one. Number 6. Oh, that's a stupid sound. What's that one? Okay, that's good. That's good. Number six is Vikings. Yeah, it's fucking Vikings. Of course it's Vikings. And I said specifically a whole season of Vikings without Ragnar. Super excited to see where the show goes without Ragnar. We've seen it a little bit in these last couple of episodes. It's almost like a preview, but I'm highly anticipating the new regime of Vikings to take over. Vikings, the new generation. I think, as much as I don't like some of the stuff that Vikings does, I think the show is extremely written well. I think some of the time jumps and some of the moments where they choose to jump cut things, whether it be skipping out in the battle here or skipping time 10 years here. That being said, when Vikings is good, it's one of the best shows on television. Really finely written, finely shot, amazing crew just putting that fucking thing together. This transition, though, into where I thought at first might not have worked, because in that first scene when we meet the brothers, I didn't like them. That being said, this half a season, the way they transitioned Ragnar into his sons now in this whole situation, I think was done exceptionally well. It makes me excited for this next season, something that, if anyone listened to our Viking coverage over the years, myself, Joe, Katie, we all had severe doubts that we'd be still excited for this show moving forward. I think me more than anybody without Travis on the show. The Vikings has done an exceptional fucking job making it so I like his sons now. I really feel a bond with Ivar's craziness, or just Ivar's a captivating character. They've introduced knowing where they're going to go with Alfred and with the fine hair and just everything that's introduced now. And they're just going to finish that all off this season with Lagatha. And I'm just so convinced Lagatha's going to die and we're just going to get the battle for Kattegat and all that sort of stuff. It's going to happen. And then next year is just going to be bam into time with Ragnar's kids in their prime. I just really like how Vikings has done that. And I'm excited for it in 2017. And I'm just fucking curious when it's coming back. That's a big part of my excitement for it, too. I want to see how they're doing this 20-episode season arc. Vikings is ending in a couple of weeks, and how long are we going to have to wait for the next season? Is it going to be September? When is it going to happen? When am I going to get it? But number 6 is definitely Vikings. So I cannot say no more about how amazing this show is. I'll be talking about Vikings, obviously, depending on a couple of things for the Vikings review this week. I may have jury duty on Thursday. I have to call at 3:00 to find out tomorrow, to find out if I have jury duty. The fate of the Vikings podcast depends on whether I have jury duty on Thursday or not. If I don't have it on Thursday, I might broadcast after the show's on, because these last 2 episodes we're going to do podcasts instead of live watches. And then, but if not, I might do it when I get home from jury duty on Thursday. Yes. So yeah. Yes. Shame. Okay, number 7. This is one of those ones that I didn't even know that. I don't even know that there is a season for this in the future. It's been out every year, comes out every season, every year since it's been out. We get one every season. And it's the show that's been constantly surprising me, that I know some people fucking hate. There's probably people that you mentioned this in this list. You're excited for this crap. I think Joe is one of those people that thinks this show is absolute crap on a stick. I love it. Can't get enough of it. Excited for the new season of it. That is, where is it? Is it this? Is it this right here? Now this is a story all about how Westeros got flipped, turned upside down. If you want to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you all about the quest to take the Iron Chair. In the fingers, born and raised, wanna fuck Catelyn Tully most of his days. chilling on the council, relaxing and cool, plotting his schemes. The Ashers he will rule when a couple of Lannisters that were up to no good. So he started spreading rumors in the neighborhood. Bran got one little peek, Cersei got scared, Jaime pushed him out of the tower, he was physically impaired. Whistled for a raven when it came near. The parchment just read it was the rings of Castamere. If anything, I could hope that winter is near, but I thought, nah, forget it, yo, crow to the chair. They pulled up to King's Landing, season 7 or 8. Yelled to the king, got you home, smell you later. Looked at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the rightful true heir. I don't know why I chose to play that right there, leading up to number 7 on my list being BoJack Horseman. It's fucking BoJack Horseman. Why they play that for BoJack Horseman, I don't know. Maybe I just wanted to have that see the light of day because I just noticed it in my pile of songs and I don't think I've ever played it live on the air. But anyways, huge thanks to The Walking Dead, Timo, and so many others. KLC, I forget everyone that took part in the writing of that, but that was all written by people in the live motherfucking chat with myself as well, too, on a late night at 2:30 in the morning. So, oh, fuck. So, number 7 on my list is BoJack Horseman from Netflix. Maybe I'll play that again one more time at the end of the stream, or maybe we have to upload that as its own video or something just to get it out there in the world. So, anyways, that we got all the credit goes to Walking David, Timo, KLC, and there were a couple of other people in there as well. Timo might remember better than I do. It was a very late night, but I think there was a couple other people offering up perspectives of that. I wrote a couple of lines of it too, but that was a complete group effort. Complete group effort. I think I was proactive about getting it done because the original idea was to have like a lot of other people doing different verses of it, and like David, who lives on the other side of the country, were like, yeah, we got to get David to record a part, but then it was like, how are we actually going to manage doing that? So that was meant for kind of a test of it, and we just kind of all forgot about it. So I guess that's the thing now. But yeah, maybe we'll put that on the channel as a promotion for the new season of Game of Thrones. Maybe I can get Taka to help me make a video for it in some way. So here we go. Pending Timo, or free entry to the party that will happen to celebrate that if that gets some major attention. But yes, you get writing credit. Posted as a music video. Awesome. I will do that. Dirty, you and me, let's touch base about that. Maybe we can do it with some clips mixed with Fresh Prince, mixed with Game of Thrones clips, mixed with some stuff you and me can do with a green screen. So yeah, you and me will talk about that. We'll make a video for the beginning of Game of Thrones season, or make it ASAP. That'll be a good. You and me have been waiting for a project to work on together. So maybe that's the one. That's the one, Tuck. It's not that long either. But yes. Thank you, everybody. But yeah, I'll definitely, and I'll play that one more time at the end of the show too. So, okay. So anyways, so yes, number 7 is BoJack motherfucking Horseman. Number 8 on this list. I'm not going to talk too much about this because I've already sort of led up to it. And I know nothing about the character. I know nothing about this series other than 2 things. 1, I know that it has someone from Game of Thrones on it. And 2, I know that a director that directed most of my favorite episodes of the back half of Game of Thrones series is working on many episodes of this series. And that's Miguel Sapochnik and our buddy Loris Tyrell. And that is, in fact, Iron Fist, another Netflix series, Iron Fist on Netflix, that I'm super fucking excited for. I know nothing about Iron Fist. I didn't even love the trailer too much.
Shut the fuck up, mate.
Okay, I'll shut the fuck up. No, but once I found out more that Sapochnik there is working on the series and directing a bunch of the episodes, or at least a couple of episodes of the series, I'm not sure how much of it he's working on. Excuse me, I just heard his name's attached to it. With the specifics, that made me more excited for it. More than any other aspect of that series, the thing I'm most excited about is the fact that he's attached to it, because that dude knows how to film action. That makes me think it's going to be big and fun and epic and crazy. It's going to be a lot more physical action, and I don't know anything about the Iron Fist. I'm very curious about it. I'm going in it completely naked, like I was going in for Jessica Jones. So I'm super excited, and I can't wait to see what Loras can do. He's never been my favorite actor on Game of Thrones, but I'm looking for him to be in a different role, and maybe this is something that's going to super surprise me. I'm going in with somewhat low expectations, but a lot of hype. So to live up to at least the same level of all these other series. I hope it's more like Jessica Jones season 1 and Daredevil season 1, and less like Daredevil season 2 and Luke Cage, which I think both were just slightly weaker than the first two. So I hope this is a little bit tighter. And I have a decent feeling about it. So I'm very excited about it, especially because of Shabushnik being attached to it. So let's go into the live motherfucking chat. So many Game of Thrones actors and taboo. Okay, I need to stop talking about my new addiction as cheeky as taboo. I wonder if Loras ever showed Renly the Iron Fist as Eli. Al, Red Sox fan of the live motherfucking chat. Great to see you, Al. Another one on my list, Rick and Morty. Great fucking shit. Great shit. Timo, the queen in the fucking chat. Queen Timo. Okay. So number 8 of my list is the Iron Fist. So we're getting towards the bottom of this list, and these are still shows I'm very excited for. And there's a couple, before I say the last couple, there's a couple things that are maybe right there as shows I'm definitely looking forward to, or very curious to see how they progress, but I'm not like, I gotta see this. What the fuck's gonna happen here? And one of them is the second season of American Crime Story that's going to be focused on the Katrina situation. I'm excited to see this creative team and all these actors, and I hope it's being worked in the same sort of way where that group of actors is working on another project together in the same way that the American Horror Story stuff does. It didn't quite make my list, but I am excited to see American Crime Story season 2. It's good. It should be decent fun. There's a couple of other shows here and there that I may be looking forward to, but number 9 on my list, I mentioned it before, was House of Cards. I think the last season of House of Cards was really good. I think Robin Wright Penn was excellent in it, and I'm just really excited to go through that again. And House of Cards isn't something I'm super hyped for, but something I am excited for. And number 10, this is where I lose subscribers on this one. Number 10 on my list is a little different. It's not something I'm going to talk a lot about. We have an all-star season of Survivor coming up. And Sandra, the person who played the game twice and won the game twice, is playing again so she can fucking win it again. Go Sandra. Always the queen to me. So to reiterate my top 10 list here, number 1, the show I'm most excited for in 2017 is Game of Thrones. No doubt. It has to be Game of Thrones. Number 2, almost as excited for it, but not quite on that level, but still extremely pumped for it, is Better Call Saul, which is also Stephanie's number 1, the show she's the most excited for. Her number 2 would be Prison Break. Her number 3 is BoJack, and her number 4, she only gave me a top 4, was American Crime Story, and probably her number 5 would be Game of Thrones. So my number 1, Game of Thrones. Number 2, Better Call Saul. Number 3, Star Trek Discovery. Number 4, The Defenders on Netflix. There's a lot of Netflix here. Number 5, Prison Break. Number 6, Vikings with no Ragnar. Or Ragless Vikings. Number 7, more of the BoJack Horseman, which I think is Will Arnett's greatest acting he's ever done in his life, which is so funny to me. I didn't talk too much about BoJack at the time, but when I mentioned it on the list, I think it's funny that it took a character like BoJack Horseman for him to get out of Job, for him to finally do a different character, and it's completely different than anything he's ever done in his life. Number 8 is Iron Fist. Number 9 is House of Cards. And number 10 is Survivor, the All-Star season. I agree, Cheeks. Survivor as soon as I show up. Randy, I know, Randy. I saw you come in the door, and he's like, wait, what are we talking about? That's why I'm not going to go in the Survivor rant right now. But needless to say, let me tell you a tale. A long time ago, back in the year 2000, there was a boy that didn't have many friends. All he had was a barn and a television. He'd hit that bong every single night. It was called a gravity bong, and it tasted delicious. Then one day, a television show came on. It was like a game show, but with a really old foul-mouthed ex-Navy SEAL on it that cracked him up, named Rudy. An addiction was born that day, Randy. And that day it was over. Phil's taste in television would forever be tainted by the glow that is Survivor. So yes, I've watched every season of Survivor. It's probably my biggest. If we did a guilty pleasure podcast, it would be number one on my list. It's the thing what some people could be considered. It's the only reality show I've watched consistently since it's been on, and it's the only one I actually watch religiously as like a show I have to watch. Winter is here. Game of Thrones is screened before winter. It's a strange, strange world. Doing great, everybody. Quixote, thank you. And I also loved Richard Hatch too. And Sue Hawk, she gave this amazing speech at the end of season 1 of Survivor that this girl that screwed her over, that if she saw her dying on the side of the road, she wouldn't give her a drink of water. And like little things like that happen to kind of just dig it in. I've applied to Survivor 3 times. I got one callback once. I got a callback once. And so I didn't go to visit. Like they called me back and then they never called me again. I guess it was annoying. No, I mean whatever it's worth. But it's just one of those things. We all like some shitty shit, and that's top of my list of shitty shit I like. Timo still feeling ill after doing something productive. I'm thinking about skipping class mode. Do it, broke. Use those days. Too many people don't use those days that you have to miss class. And also, if you're confident about your grade. And grade point averages is as important as just getting a diploma and just learning from your classes, which should be the most important thing. You know, it's worth taking that half a point grade off. I'd always prepare my teachers at the beginning of a semester for my less than stellar attendance. Explain to them the situation, how things were going to go. You know, they explain their attendance policy, and then I explain mine. I'm like, okay, I appreciate your attendance policy. This is mine. There are going to be days where I just don't want to come in. How are we going to handle that? Well, you got 3 days. No, okay. 3 days, that's fine. I'll use those 3 days. I might not use those 3 days, but I might use more than those 3 days. So how are we going to handle that situation? So then they'd always be, oh, it's going to be half a grade up. What if I do a special paper, a special magic paper? Because papers come out some people's asses. Some people they're tough for. Papers are just one of those things I could just shit out my ass. I'm like, there's a paper. So I'm like, can I write a special paper? And then if a teacher said no, I'd usually drop the class and then take with a different teacher until shit like that worked. It's why it took me 5 years to graduate. Because I'd play like switch them up. I play shell game with my teachers sometimes if I felt like I couldn't manipulate the teacher well. I'm such an asshole. I'm such a fucking asshole. Fuck Johnny, great to see you, buddy, in the live fucking chat. Great to see all of you guys. I'm sort of on the have a good night, Al, Red Sox fan. Love your buddy. And I already have a BA degree. What's the point of an MA? You got to take care of yourself. If you're ill, you won't pay attention much anyways. Yeah, exactly. Just take care of yourself. Have a good night. Have a good night, everybody. I'm not quite calling this a night yet. I've got a little bit more beer to go. So I'm going to be babbling for a little bit more here. Probably. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about, though. Who knows? What the fuck? And that's the problem. I never know what to talk about. Now I'm sitting here and having this endless discussion about nothing. It's going to turn into when Garth is sitting there in Wayne's World. And I'm just like, okay, guys, I've done my list. This is the end of the discussion. Yay. I feel so creepy when I'm quiet, and time goes extra slow when I'm quiet. I'm one of those people that it's annoying sometimes. Especially when I drink, I definitely have trouble letting silence breathe. When there's even a moment of silence, it feels like this crazy whoa. So I'm like, whoa. I'm in slow motion. Everybody now. Good question, Quixote. I might be watching the Oscars live. I need to double check and make sure it's not on the same night as The Walking Dead. So theoretically, I would probably give precedence to The Walking Dead to the Oscars. But if there's no clash in times and stuff like that, then I definitely would do it. And I was actually just thinking about that earlier. But I would absolutely like to do that. I feel like I'm high. Yeah, no one take mushrooms or LSD because you should never take that stuff. But specifically, don't take that watching this podcast. You'll never watch me again afterwards because I'll be way too freaky for you because I'm twitchy and I'm all over the place. I'm zip, zip, zip. You're like, he knows. So if you're going to take hallucinogenic drugs, I highly suggest you not watch this podcast. If you've just taken now and you're waiting for it to kick in, shut it off now. I want to keep you as a friend of the show and viewer for life. We're building something here. We're on the verge of 11,000 subscribers, and that's all thanks to you guys. And you guys keep pushing and pushing and keep helping us build up more and more and more. So huge thanks to you guys. And as always, as I said, huge thanks to Devin and Carmine for that too. I'm not wrapping up yet, but yes, you guys. It's all you guys. This stream of protest, you will not divide us. It's scarily compelling. I will not divide you guys. You don't take it, pass it over to me. I'll take care of them. Exactly. When is that 24-hour stream that was promised, asshole? But who wants to really listen to me talk for 24 hours? That would just be annoying. I thought about it. Either that or I'd have a heart attack halfway through. So yes, no hallucinogenic drugs. Do you know that's how bad of a fucking, hippie I am? I almost forgot for a second what I was even talking about. No drugs. Oh, he's not here right now, Randy. I always like to send him thanks because him promoting us on the channel, him and Carmine from Red Team and Devin from Atheism is Unstoppable. Like they, more than anybody else, those two dudes shared me on a bigger scale. So a lot of the people that are here checking us out, some of you guys came from one of those two dudes. So I always like to point out how awesome those guys are for going out both out of nowhere, helping out the channel and helped us get to the 10,000 with the help of all of you guys in the motherfucking chat too, spreading the word. And it was a combination of all of that. So, and I haven't really talked much about that, but we're right. And I haven't had that 24-hour, like I was talking about 24-hour stream celebration or something. I think it'll probably be a 12-hour. And now I'm going to do it as when I get to 11,000. We're almost to 11,000. 11,000, I will do a really long stream. I don't know how long it will be. I am going to try to do 12 hours, but I could give up after 6. I could give up after 5. I could give up after 3. But I'm going to try to do a big, long stream in celebration. And thanks for everybody because you guys have all helped out, and I didn't mention that. So Timo's calling me out on my fucking bullshit. So I don't know if I can handle a 24-hour stream, but I'll go for as long as I can go. My problem, too, is getting people to come over and be a part of it. Because I wouldn't want it just to be me talking for 12 hours. That would just be annoying. It'd be good if we could do part of it on Dirty Issues, maybe do some video game streaming, or have some friends come over and watch a movie and do a movie review, or watch a couple of episodes or something. So I need to figure out and plan it out. That's part of the reason why it hasn't happened, but it will happen eventually. Do it as a channel fundraiser. Wait until YouTube starts the live stream tipping. That's a very good point, Iron Throne, and they're releasing that pretty soon. So that is a good point. The YouTube is releasing something pretty soon called like mega chat or special chat or something where you guys can actually help us out right in the moment. And I think like ways to get your comments to the top, just shit like that, just different ways of you guys being able to help out through the live motherfucking chat. I think they're going to finally start upgrading the chat system. So it does look pretty cool. Oh, thank you, Randy. You're the fucking best, dude. Prepare for lots of technical difficulties. But yeah, Iron Throne and Randy, that might be a good idea to do something like that. So I'm not going to necessarily do it as a number, or like a number meaning like when it's going to happen, but it will happen eventually. I will try to do some big, how long can I go, and just kind of keep trying to go for as long as I can go one night or something like that. That'll be a lot of fun. I'll probably start the stream off really early, like start off at like 6 in the morning or something like that. I vote for 12 hours of Phil headbanging. At least an hour of it will be that. Or at least 30 minutes until I have get a cluster headache or something like that. Oh gosh. YouTube is now cam girls. I know. I keep trying to get Stephanie to quit her job, and no, I keep trying to get some more. I keep wanting to shoot myself eating food and stuff like that. The videos that you see of people just eating and stuff. No, please do. You don't have to give yourself brain damage for a stream, Phil. I don't have to, but I don't have to. But there is some technical difficulties going on in the air. There's no doubt about that. The technical difficulties are in the air. Never seen Star Wars or Lord of the Rings. I think it's hard to say what you would enjoy more. I think just as sheer movie entertainment purposes, the first Star Wars movie is so iconic. That would be a definite fun watch no matter what. I really like the Lord of the Rings trilogy, specifically the first one and the third one. The second one's really good too. But that's more of I mean, you really like Game of Thrones. I mean, I think you're going to enjoy it. I just am I don't want to overhype something, and I'm sure both those things have been so overhyped to you that it's kind of tough for me not to overhype it, but they're two things I very much enjoy. Is this something you need so I can think about how much of it to sell? You're pushing it now. My New Year's resolution is to watch 2 of those, or steal Big Boy Steal. Come on, Timu. It helps. Watch the original Star Wars trilogy. Skip the prequels. They're dog shit. Vikings! Ty Queen. Great to see you in the live motherfucking chat, Ty Queen. Excuse me. Oh, gosh. I'm having such a fucking technical difficulties. What movies am I looking forward to this year? I think the movie that I've seen on trailers for that I'm the most excited for this season is probably Logan. I think Logan looks really excellent. As much as I do love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, the thing I'm most excited about, and from all the previews of it, seems like he might be a big character in it, is I'm really excited to see Patrick Stewart, potentially for the last time, hopefully not, but play Professor X one more time and really get to dig into the character of it and give us a lot of Professor X. So I would say number 1 on my list of movies I'm looking forward to this year. I have to look at a list too. Let me try to get a little movies coming out in 2017. But number 1, the first one that popped in my mind is Logan. Yeah, Logan looks sick. Brokeback Man says prequels has moments, especially the third one. I think the third one definitely has its good moments. I think Logan will be a big disappointment, says Alan. I'm hoping not. I'm really hoping not. I have a lot of high hopes for that, but you could be right. I might be building up my hype a little bit too much for that. Tebow says she's scared for Logan too. Are you looking forward to the new Alien film? I am definitely looking forward to it to a certain extent. I'm not a huge fan of the Alien series past Aliens. I think a lot of the movies are decent, but it just didn't grab me the way the first 2 movies did. But I'm definitely excited to see it. I definitely see all of the Alien movies, not so much in the theaters, but it is something I will see eventually and something I am excited for. And here we go. I'm looking at the movie lists right now. Okay, here we go. I am not looking forward to Pirates of the Caribbean. Fuck that. They're really making another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Go fuck yourselves. Eat shit and die slowly. Logan, number 2 on that list. is I'm looking forward to Logan. I am looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'm going to get hate for this. I did like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not my favorite of all the Marvel movies, and I don't think I liked it as much as a lot of people liked it. I did enjoy it, and I'm excited for the second movie, though. Okay, here it is. The next movie I'm super excited for, Spider-Man. Marvel being in charge of the Spider-Man movie, 7/17, Spider-Man Homecoming. Another movie I have a lot of faith that's going to be awesome. I don't know why, but just seeing Marvel being attached to Spider-Man again has me all kinds of excitement. Timo says, Phil, I'm looking forward to Pirates. The Pirates DVD is in my car. The Last Jedi clickbait movie. I mean, I'm gonna be seeing that movie. I'm excited for that as well. I didn't even think about that. It's funny that wasn't the first thing that popped in my mind. Preston, I wish I was more excited for Justice League. I'm hyped for John Wick 2. Good pick, Eli. John Wick 1 was really good. Super surprised me. Hopefully they can salvage Spider-Man from those terrible, amazing Spider-Man movies and Spider-Man 3. So the last 3 Spider-Man movies have been kind of shitty after, even though it was a different era, so watching them now, they don't hold up as well in the era of superhero movies that we live in now. But the first 2 Spider-Man movies at the time were for us starving for any content whatsoever. I enjoyed the first 2 Tobey movies. Make a Batman Beyond movie. Great idea. Great idea. But to talk about Star Wars for a second, Last Jedi, I'm excited for it. You know, I'm one of those people that I appreciate the faults that people point out about The Force Awakens, but I still had a good time watching it. And I like Mark Hamill, best Joker ever. So I'm excited to see Mark Hamill actually get to do something. So, and I think he's a much better actor and has so much more experience as a performer now than he did when he was Luke Skywalker. So it's going to be interesting to see him in a movie. And I think if they feature him and he has an interesting enough storyline surrounding Luke and something new and different, I think this could be one of the best Star Wars movies. So I'm hopeful for it. I'm an optimist. I want a Geely sequel now. Wonder Woman better not suck. Fuck DC if they fuck that up. DC better not fuck up Wonder Woman, because I don't know if anyone's ever seen it. It's one of those examples where DC already made a really great Wonder Woman movie, animated, and they just need to kind of look to that, to how to make a good Wonder Woman movie. So I hope they don't fuck that up. I have confidence that that's going to be one of the good DC movies in this generation, even though I'm not a huge fan of this DC universe. I'm saying I'm not excited about Justice League. Justice League is my favorite cartoon of all time. As much as I like Batman Beyond's close to. As much as I love Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, and as much as I love Batman Beyond and Justice League Unlimited, the first 2 seasons of Justice League, those hour-long episodes that on Netflix, for some reason, they're half an hour episodes, but that are hour-long episodes, is my favorite cartoon ever. I just love it so goddamn fucking much. And or no, I'm not sure if it's my favorite cartoon. It's up there. It's in the conversation. And because the storylines are so adult in threat of saying it a better way, complex, interesting. The character stuff is extremely deep, and it just works on every level for me. Not every episode works, but more works than doesn't work. And Bruce Timm and team just do an incredible job in those series. So in a lot of ways, especially with the villains, and you got Batman and I think by nature I'm a little bit more of a DC person, but I'm just not into any of this reboot of this universe. I hated Man of Steel. I just fucking hated it. Did not like Batman versus Superman at all, and I thought Suicide Squad was meh. So they haven't got me with a movie yet. They need a good one for me, and I hope it's Wonder Woman. Maybe it's going to be the Justice League. Maybe it will be a Batman standalone movie with Ben Affleck. I don't know. They need to get me on one movie to get me on board with this universe, because so far every single one of them have been dog shit for me. And I mean, that's just me. And some people might like them, but it's horrible. It's like they're fucking doing horrible shit with something I love. They're taking my toys. They're playing with my toys in ways they shouldn't be playing. Gargoyles are fucking awesome. Batman the animated series is pretty fucking awesome when I'm a kid. It's one of those shows if you watch now would still be good. Same with like Animaniacs, all those WB cartoons, Gargoyles, they hold up a lot more than you would think, especially if you can get away from the way they look at some points. The animated series still look great, especially the Justice League. It looks a little bit more, holds up a little bit more now, where the Batman stuff looks a little bit more dated, but the new series, because before they did the revamp with the Batman and Robin series and stuff, but it still holds up. The storylines hold up. I was watching Animaniacs the other night, and for that, it was even funnier than I remembered it with some of the jokes. So a lot of those WB shows really kicked ass. Tiny Toons, even though I haven't watched Tiny Toons in years, so I can't say whether that holds up as well too. Animaniacs, they're wacky to the max. They got baloney in their sacks, something in their max. Stephanie knows all the words. They're Animani, totally insane. Animaniacs. Those are the facts. Just so many amazingly funny skits in the Animaniacs. Pinky and the Brain, Pinky and the Brain. Pinky and the Brain stole the show. The Good Feathers stuff is really funny too. Just the less than subtle commentary of jokes that I know I didn't get when I was a kid watching the show that I'm getting a big time now. Animaniacs, it's on Netflix. If you haven't watched it in a while, I highly recommend watching a couple of episodes of it. If you liked it when you were a kid and you were warm to it, and if you've never seen it before and you like cartoons, especially Warner Brothers kind of Looney Tunes stuff, it's that next generation of Looney Tunes stuff that's really, really funny and really, really on point in the writing of it. And the references are great. The commentary is excellent. And yeah, I can't say enough good things about my recent experience watching Tiny Toons. Static Shock was great too. And I didn't really like Zeta as much. And Static Shock wasn't at the same depth of storytelling, but it still was a very entertaining series. What are we going to do today? Same thing we do every day. Take over the world. The episode where they go, yeah, that's so fucking great, Timo. I'm pretty sure we're both adults, bro. Nostalgia. Why isn't homework network television produce anything great since the mid-2000s? Prison Break 24. Hello, nurse. I've actually, speaking of shows of the 90s or 2000s and stuff, I recently... Aprof. No, it's not. It's never going to be great again. I've been watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer for the very first time. I've mixed feelings about it. I don't love everything about it, but I do like how it sets the stage for things to come later with the way it almost lays a blueprint for what CW does with their shows and the crossovers and the spin-offs and stuff. And I'm having more fun with it than I thought I was going to have with it. Stephanie and I needed a new show to watch together, and she'd been trying to get me to start to watch Buffy for a while, and I fear it was going to be too like Charmed, which she made me start to watch Charmed, and I made it a few seasons, but once Shannon Doherty left, I'm like, fuck this, I can't deal with the show anymore. It's fucking horrible. But the first couple of seasons of Charmed is kind of dark and interesting. But I'm actually enjoying a lot of Buffy, just simply for the fact of the way that it crosses over with other universes. And the episodes that are good are really good. The episodes that are bad are horrible. I hate the makeup of the vampires. I think they look stupid, and some of it looks dated, obviously. But I'm definitely enjoying it more than I thought I would. Excuse me. But Steph loved Gossip Girl. I love Gossip Girl too. I'm not going to put that all on Steph. I'm a huge fan of Gossip Girl as well. I'm more of a fan of the OC and original 90210 are probably my teen dramas of choice. If I'm having to pick them, like these are my favorite cheesy teen dramas of all time, it's Beverly Hills 90210, number one with a fucking bullet. I am a Dylan McKay fanboy all the way. Luke Perry. I love you, Luke. Love you like a play cousin, Luke. 2 points to the reference of that one. But 90210, Steve Sanders, I feel like the character models work so well on that piece of that show. It's so iconic on so many different levels. The Dylan storyline with what happens to his wife on that really grasped me a lot when I was looking for long form storytelling. And as much as people can say, oh, fuck you, stupid 90210 television soap opera stuff, what's important about a show like 90210 for me anyways, and my progression of television show watching is at the time I started watching 90210, all I watched was television sitcoms. Then I started dating this girl, Caitlin. If you're ever watching Caitlin, hi, Caitlin. Caitlin forced me to watch 90210, refuting like an asshole. I'm never going to watch this show. Fuck this. It's stupid. I had that prototypical you see on television shows happen where I was watching the soap opera. I got into the soap opera. Why? Because storylines moved from episode to episode. It wasn't like standalone episode. It was actually like a storyline where this guy Dylan lost his money and he had to get his money back because he got conned out of his money, and there was like spy shit and intrigue and crap like that. And then he was fucking the Noxzema chick. And I was like, oh, this is pretty good. Then, of course, relationship shit happens, and I lost, and Caitlin and I separated ways. But I didn't want to separate ways with the show, as happens, and so we came up with an understanding, equal sharing of the kids of the television series. And I started watching 90210, which is a series I watched to the end, and I think it was one of the first series that got me into watching longer form television series. So trashy, so horrible, so pathetic, but I liked it. I mentioned it a lot on this show, on this show, and on the podcast. I like shitty programming as much as I like good shows. You don't know what's good if you don't know what's shitty. Saved by the Bell is awesome because it sucks. It's not good. If you tell me Saved by the Bell is good, it's not good. It's good because it's so bad it's good. And soap operas are like that sometimes too if you get into it. And that's what I consider 90210. It's a soap opera. And it was a fucking good one. People are like, okay, 90210 talk. I'm out of here. No, I know. It's I'm going to be starting to wrap things up pretty soon as well. But everyone have a good night to anyone that's going hashtag soap confessions. Stop lying. The original 90210 is obsessed with, says E. Martinez. What about TGI program Step by Step? Yeah. Full House I liked. I definitely got into the Full House. I wasn't too much into the Step by Step. I think Steph was into Step by Step. Man, I can't hang. I'm crashing so hard I'm bummed. Moni, thank you so much for hanging this long and popping on in. I should probably be in bed too. I have to get up crazy early tomorrow, but I'm having too much fun talking to you guys, so I cannot escape quite yet. I had a huge crush on Brian Austin Green. Now, not so much. David Silver, when he rapped back in his days, playing a live show with Babyface and having sex in the back seat with Ariel, cheating on the Ninja Turtle named Donna Martin. Yeah, I could do a whole podcast on Beverly Hills 90210. I think it might have to happen at some point. You don't have to watch it. But I think the Beverly Hills 90210 rewatch podcast is something that might have to happen one day. I did not love Melrose Place. I did not. You're a liar, Taka. I tried it. I never liked it. Never liked it. For whatever reason, it just didn't click with me. It seemed too sensationalized. I know that seems ridiculous coming from everything I've said about 90210 and liking Gossip Girl and liking fucking all of those horrible shows. I even watched Dawson's Cunt over there, Dawson's Creek. And I mentioned the OC. Having a Misha Barton and a Ryan Atwood, Commissioner Gordon crush. But have a great night, DJ. DJ's still here. DJ, well, gotta go before the game breaks. Have a good night. Oh, DJ11. Lots of love to DJ11. Please check out DJ11's channel here on YouTube. Awesome dude. Always supporting on here. Always supporting other people, so lots of love to DJ11. Michelle Williams is hot. She was definitely hot on that show. And yeah. Yeah, no, I was a Mighty Ducks fan. That's what brought me to Melrose Place, to be honest. And we had Pasty there, our Mighty Ducks. But I'd say out of all those horrible team dramas, that's my least favorite. It was I didn't really like it. It was more when you had to watch them all. It's like, okay, I have to watch them all now. If I watch this many after Gossip Girl, I'm like, okay, what's next? Gotta cross another one off the list. Dawson versus Pasty MMO fight. You got to give it to Pasty because he's had the Gordon Bombay training from the Mighty Ducks, so he knows how to. And what happens when trouble rises? Ducks stick together. And what happens when it's down and no one can never worry? Ducks stick together. And what happens when Dawson fucks your girl and then you fuck her again and then suddenly she's in Scientology? Ducks stick together. Oh, fuck. So, and also to Mr. LT. I know he's going to say, I'm not saying this just because you said that, LT, but I'm just saying this because you're in there too. Please also check out Sir LT Giles in the live chat too. Lots of fucking awesome stuff on his channel as well. Kind of vloggy talking to you some awesome shit. So check out him as well. And we also got the Dirty Issues guy in there who's that's a little self-serving because I'm a part of the Dirty Issues channel as well. But Taka and the Dirty Issues channel in there. Well, I know number up there in top of his list, he mentioned Flash. He's also lots of other shows he's looking forward to this year too. So Taka, quack, quack, quack. It's funny in my job. I sometimes I work with kids. I teach kids music, and I do the "We Will Rock You." Sometimes is a big song I teach them, because it's easy beat, like 1 2 clap, 1 2 clap. We will rock you. I always say we will quack you, and they don't know what it's from, and then the teachers do. I go, that's from and I turn to the teacher. I go, that's from the Mighty Ducks. We will, like Emilio Estevez. It's knuckle puck time. Oh, they are. Try trying to teach music to 20 of them. It's an adventure. I have not watched Suits. I will just definitely try to check that out at some point. The Flash, Legion, Game of Thrones are Taka's top 3. They can Abrob. They're annoying. They smell. They have diseases. They have boogies coming out of their noses, their ears. Then there's shit coming out of their eyes, and then they touch it, and then they go and they touch your musical instrument. They want to play shit. They're playing drums and pooping at the same time. Like it's a messy experience. I have a lot of fun doing it. It's rewarding in a lot of ways, but yep. I would much rather do this full time. But yep, they smell. The guy that shot the puck hard in the movie is in Daredevil. Yes, and he is annoying. Foggy Nelson, just to connect things in everything. Foggy Nelson is what was his name in the Mighty Ducks? It was Fulton Reed. Fulton Reed on the Mighty Ducks. That's my cello, you little fuckers. Yeah, exactly. It's funny. On Saturday, I'll be at an event where I'll have like 20 violins and having to like supervise like crazy kids running into a room playing with violins. I'm like, I don't get paid enough for this. I joke about this when I work with the kids too, and I talk to teachers. I'm basically the same way with kids that I am on the podcast. So there's not much of a difference, except I don't swear. And I say, golly, gooly, billy bop, oh my goodness. I'm take what I do here and make me like that much more annoying and add a few like silly character voices like, hi everybody, it's Goofy. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And stupid crap like that. And saying golly and G instead of saying motherfucker. And basically, you guys see the act. It's the same thing. I mean, I'm not being anything I'm not, but no, I also do some actual like teaching. You play that like that. I work with kids. I teach music. I'm a music educator and entertainer. And it's I would say, but it's a combination of doing that and a lot of time put into this. And I also do a little like other side work. Sometimes I wait tables. Sometimes I do some like grunt work, do a little like media work on the side. Basically, this is, if I could do anything full time, it would be this. But it's different things I could do more often. My new job, when I've been talked about a couple of times about what my new job is, a little bit more is going to more schools and doing more educational type stuff. And it's a lot of early mornings, like having to be at the school at 8:30 in the morning, or at like, and the school's like 2 hours away or something. So I've been doing a lot of driving and having to get up butt crack early to drive multiple hours to go entertain 5 groups of 20 toddlers with music and silliness. So I have a lot of fun with it. I'm like a cartoon character. I'd love to have a PBS show, or if anyone's watching this and looking to cast a Disney Channel or a PBS or Nickelodeon show, kids fucking love me. I'm like crack to kids. I'm like sugar to kids. Goof Troop is awesome. True story. The music teacher at my middle school is the brother of the Guns N' Roses bassist of what was the Guns N' Roses? Duff McKagan, I think is his name. Thank you, Randy. I agree, Randy. Because I think this encompasses, not to get too inside, this encompasses everything I do, whether it's play silly music or be silly or whatever. One day, that's the goal, Ty Queen. And honestly, all the guys in the live chat that support me by watching the show and spreading the word about the podcast, you guys are helping me get to that point one day. Creeping there slowly but surely, but we're going to get there someday. And special thanks to all those people that are on the list right there that help out on Patreon or have helped out with donations and stuff like that. So I don't like to get too far in that. I should probably talk about it more. I don't want to say it like this, but I think when YouTube starts getting into the live stuff with the live chat and shit like that, that might help us out and be able to transition, because we're so much of a live thing on like some other YouTube channels. Where it's sometimes more pre-recorded. I mean, there's a lot of people that do live too, but we just do live. So I think the live chat stuff will help us out a lot for maybe help transitioning. And I don't have to get too far, like if I can get to a certain point, a very reasonable point, I'm going to cut all other activities that I do and just do this fucking 5 days a week. So that's the goal. I mean, and it's not a far-fetched goal. We are going to get there. I want to put Vane on my lap and stare in his beautiful eyes. He's so small. Black Sails is up there. We're talking about Black Sails. If anyone remembers the Groove Tube, I imagine Phil like the clown on the kids show. Also, I've been also told, if people want to wonder when I am with kids, Steve Martin's early stand-up when he was kind of like a prop comic, where I just like grab something like, oh, here's the world. The world. I'm juggling the world. Of my head. Boop. Like stupid stuff like that. I'm gonna feel that tomorrow. Look at your screen. Black Sail. Look at your screen. Black Sails, motherfucker. There, I hypnotized you, Phil. Watch the damn show. It's definitely a show I want to watch at some point, but at this point, I'm so late on it. I might as well just watch till it's over and then just binge watch the entire series. I will watch Black Sails one day and do a podcast on it, reviewing the whole series. I have my moments. No, we need episode reviews on it. You asshole. Do it. Not enough people review it episode by episode. I definitely need to catch up on it. Is the new season about to start right now? Is that what's going to happen? Is it leading up? What season are we on in Black Sails right now? Just out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity, where are we in the Black Sails world? I'm sorry for continued technical difficulties. Podcast is running long. I'm drunk. We're not quite to Phil After Dark scales. I haven't started getting dirty. but you don't want me to get there. True story. I don't know if did I actually tell the story that I auditioned for? It hasn't actually come out as a TV show yet, which secretly, because they didn't cast me, I hope it isn't. No, I'm kidding. I hope it's cast. I saw a couple awesome people, but I auditioned for a game show called, I forget what it's called, but where it's a British show that's coming to the United States, or they piloted it for the United States. That you get hypnotized and then they make you do some crazy shit and you have to like win prizes or win money by doing normal stuff while you're hypnotized. And I got called because I auditioned for something else, and they called me for the show, and I went into an audition and had to go into this big group and be hypnotized. And I was not hypnotized, and I faked it. And I faked it for about 2 hours till they finally realized I faked it. And they kicked me. They didn't kick me out, but they're like, okay, you almost got away with it, but we know you faked it. So I was in a room, tried to get hypnotized, and I could not quite get hypnotized. The plan for Vikings as of now, Randy, is I possibly have jury duty on Thursday. I will know on 3 o'clock tomorrow when I call the hotline if I have to go to jury duty on Thursday morning. And if I do have to go to jury duty on Thursday morning, I'll probably do a podcast on Vikings after that when I get home on Thursday mid-afternoon. If not, I am going to do a cast probably after Vikings is over tomorrow night at 10 o'clock, probably around the same time I started tonight. Do a post-show recap of it rather than a live stream watch. Or I'll let people decide in the live chat. If you had your choice in the live chat right now, would you rather me do a live watch of the episode of Vikings tomorrow night in the living room, or would you rather me do a podcast recap afterwards? And that's pending I don't have jury duty. If I do have jury duty, it's on Thursday. I did try to get out of it. This is me putting it off so much. The only way I can get out of it now is by if I magically get sick between Wednesday and Thursday. Great to see you with the live chat, Dark Wolf. Recap after. Okay, so we get 2 votes for recap after. I think it's recap after. Okay, so if I don't have jury duty, there will be a recap after. If I do have jury duty, there will be a recap on Thursday, and then the finale week, the finale of the season, there will be a recap after. Unfortunately, as of right now, I can only confirm it will be me. I can't confirm Joe will be a part of things. Joe is, like I said, mid-move, and it's taking him a lot longer, so he's completely MIA right now. So hopefully I'll have him back for the finale. Tomorrow night will probably just be me, but I will do a recap afterwards. Hopefully I won't have Viking. Hopefully I won't have jury duty on Thursday. I have to call on 3 o'clock tomorrow to see if my group is called. But yeah, Joe had to basically move his whole house that Katie and him have lived in for the last pretty fucking long time. And they were also moving into an area that was getting revamped and redone. And the revamp wasn't quite done at the time that they needed to move. So the move is probably taking a little longer as they piecemeal it over there. So yeah. Wouldn't you have a good night, Taka? Would you like to live stream jury duty? That would definitely get me kicked off the jury for sure. To make sure I didn't have to do jury duty. I'd be like, by order of my audience, I need to live stream everything. That's the rules. Rules. Yeah, I would always, with a show watching for the first time, I would always rather do recaps after. With the stuff in the living room, I like doing that stuff better for award shows or binge watches or movie stuff of movies that we've all seen before. Ideally, I don't like doing that for the episode partially because I don't know how to keep my mouth shut. And I talk over half the episode. I'll call myself out on that. I know I do that. I can't help it. If there's a microphone in front of me, I start thinking, I can't let dead air go. Oh, I have to fucking talk. And it works in this context, but when I'm trying to watch an episode for the very first time, it doesn't work. So I don't like watching episodes for the first time like that. It's fun though. It's relaxed, and with the fact that for the last couple of Thursdays, I happen to just work Thursday, Fridays at this certain school. So I have to get up early Thursday morning. So it's been tough to do the Vikings podcast afterwards. So it works to just do it from 9 to 10 when the episode's on. So it was out of convenience more than anything. But I would always rather do a recap. This is my favorite thing to do in the world. I just love talking to you. It's like my favorite. Like, dude. Phil, are you watching Taboo? Is it worth it? I'm not watching Taboo, but there's a lot of talk about Taboo in the live motherfucking chat tonight. And a lot of people that are talking a lot of positives about it. So it might be something I have to check out. So let me write that down. I always say I want to watch shows, but then I got to make like a list of the shows I need to watch. Taboo, Black Sails. Those are my next two shows I need to check out on the live. Taboo and Black Sails. There we go. Vikings recap is a fucking must. Okay, I guess now is about the time to do it, right? I guess is this about time where we've had our nice 20-minute podcast here. Beer is almost done. Phil isn't allowed to watch Taboo until he finishes Black Sails. Timo is in charge. In fairness, Timo pays my bills. So what she says, you can just deem that like your request. Like, Phil, my request for all the support I give you, motherfucker. You have a job. Your job, listen, motherfucker. You have a job. Your job is to watch fucking Black Sails. Just get on it, asshole. Okay, I hear you. I'll hit on you, T. I'm gonna burn, Phil. I know you're kidding, Timo. I know you are. I love Timo. You could kid me as much as you fucking want, my friend. Not just because of that, because you were a fucking amazing person. Yeah, I know. I have to get up early too. I've been trying to go for the last like half an hour, but it is too much fun getting to talk to all you people, and was too long before. I want to try to make sure that even if I don't necessarily have a topic or something to talk about, even if it's coming out here just to shoot the shit, I have to commit. I want to make sure I start committing myself to come out here more and more and more, because the more I come out here, the more I can show you guys the love and support that you guys deserve as the fucking amazing people that come and check out all these streams of all of our channels and just all the support you've showed my channel in general. So let's push this. Let's get as big as we possibly can and fucking shake the fucking world with these fucking discussions. It's fucking awesome. I love you guys. You're amazing. I'm drunk. It's fine. If I was around you guys, I'd be huggy. This is the huggy stage. I'm huggy drunk right now. I love you. Everybody, if you haven't already and you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share the channel with a friend. Check out the Discord group. Keep the discussions going live and keep the community building and building. Excuse me. Check out the Google Plus community. Us on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter at I Got Issues Man. Follow Joe at Dirty Locks. Tell him hi and that you love him and show him some support. You can show the channel some support on Patreon or PayPal. You can find all that shit in the description box below. You can also check out Dirty Issues to find out even more of our content, which is mainly right now, Taka's holding it down, doing some vlog type stuff. If you like vlog videos, check out Taka. Is doing some of the best out there right now, showing some fun adventures. He's a lot of fun to watch and a very interesting character. And I'm going to be doing more content on there too, especially once I get my Nintendo Switch. I'm going to be streaming my Zelda gameplay on that, and also trying to do maybe some silly vlog type stuff on that channel as well to follow Taka's lead. So you guys are fucking amazing. Love you guys so much. I'm thinking, what else can I check out? Check out the description box to see how all that stuff you can see. And I promised you one more time with this. Where is it? Here it is. I'll end the show like this. Everybody, have a good night. Talk to you next time. A video for this is going to come soon. And when it does, help share it. Get it out there. Have a good night. Let's all say bye to the Fresh Prince of Westeros. Now this is a story all about how Westeros got flipped, turned upside down. If you want to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you all about the quest to take the Iron Chair. In the fingers, born and raised, wanna fuck Cat and Tully most of his days. Chilling on the council, relaxing and cool, plotting his schemes. The Ashers he will rule when a couple of Lannisters that were up to no good. So he started spreading rumors in the neighborhood. Bran got one little peek, Cersei got scared. Jaime pushed him out of tower, he was physically impaired. Whistled for a raven when it came near. The parchment just read it was the rings of Castamere. If anything, I could hope that winter is near. But I thought, nah, forget it, yo, crow to the chair. They pulled up to King's Landing, season 7 or 8. Yelled to the king, got you home, smell you later. Looked at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as the rightful true heir. It isn't long enough. But that's all it goes. Oh shit. So yeah, fuck this. So here we go. Fuck you. I got some issues. This is the song that started all this crap. So here we go. Have a good night, guys. Feel better, buddy.
The generation to the lost society. Wondering and wishing are two separate issues. You push out away for a bit to miss you. Grieving your sin when you're waiting your hope. Shifting your wishing your mind too cold. Shifting with your mind too cold. Cope with these issues.
I got.
Soul. Feeling tired, burnt out, out of control. Your mind wants to fly, but your body lies on the earth forever. So relate me here, just for a second. Gotta stop, pause, try to fetch. Keep to my bones with my words sewn. And you try to home, but you never get it. Figure out from the words I'm chasing. Your hesitation equals conservation, so hold up. Gotta be thrown out like a rag. Hagsville ain't the way for me. I'm hoping and I'm trying to be free. Free from these issues. Satiated voice inside a freak. Vaseline mentioned masturbation peak. Spin for the rear, heading for cover. Rubbing up against me, better than another. Keeping the foot locked, locking the door. The minute you left me, my mind's a whore. Going up inside you, going all night. Yeah, that's right. Bitch too tight, scream to stop. Stop, then I run and said having fun. I said wait till I come. No, it hurts, no, it burns. No, you need me learn these words.